everybody, and welcome to the Life Unlimited Coaching channel. This is Coach Kayla, and I have a quick one for you today. I am listening to a book called Limitless, that's a great name, right? But the book's called Limitless, and it's by Chris Crone, and it is really good. Highly recommend. But in the book, he mentions a phrase, and I can't remember where he got it from, but the phrase is goals in stone, plans in sand. And the phrase alone made me smile, okay? But I thought it would be fun to share it with you and some insight around it. Because so often we set goals and plans in stone, and then we get super frustrated when things don't work out exactly like they're supposed to or exactly like we were expecting. And what's worse is oftentimes when that happens, we actually just give up on the goal completely when the plans don't go exactly like we hoped, right? And I know I used to do this all the time, okay? And for instance, if you can't work out 6 days a week or eat healthy every single meal for the next week and beyond, then what's the point of even starting, right? If your birthday's on Friday, then what's the point of eating healthy Monday through Thursday, right? What's the point? Because Friday's your birthday. Do you see what I'm saying? Or if you are going on vacation on Thursday, then I'm just not going to go to the gym all week because I'm going on vacation anyway. Which, all of that sounds really ridiculous when I say it out loud or when but seriously, how often do we do that? Too frequently. That's how often. We do it too frequently, okay? If you have a goal to lose 50 pounds or have a 6 or 7 figure business, okay, if those things are important to you, then nothing should stand in your way of accomplishing that goal, okay? That's a goal. But that does not mean that the paths that you're going to take to get to that goal will be exactly what you mapped out from the beginning, and you shouldn't expect that either, okay? That's just how life works. When I first started my business has shifted 3 different times. Twice, okay? I was a personal trainer. I shared space with a chiropractor for 1.5 years. The goal was to hit a certain point there and just grow that business. Like, honestly, that one, I wasn't really sure where I was going. I had no goal in mind, okay? Then I opened up an actual gym, right? And I had a different vision for that than it actually ended up turning into halfway through, right? Because I actually learned how to run a gym and learned a ton, right? Actually, no, it has shifted 3 times because prior to being a personal trainer and having it be a personal training business, it was actually a strength and conditioning business for athletes, and I would just go to a high school and train athletes. So it was totally different, okay? So then it was a gym. The gym was great, and I had this goal of hitting, can't even remember what my goal was because I think it was just like multiple 6 figures. Like I wanted to be able, like, I don't know if I ever exactly dialed in what I wanted the gym to look like. Okay, I'm going to be honest. Maybe I had probably had a client goal, right? Like I wanted to have 250 clients. I do remember that. So I wanted to have 250 clients. Okay, so it wasn't really a revenue goal. I wanted to have 250 clients. Well, unfortunately, like I think the closest we got was like 125, and then COVID hit, which kind of sucked, right? And but fortunately, I was following a very wise mentor, and in 2019, he advised us all to start a online component to our business, okay? So I'd been doing online for a whole year, and then COVID hit. We had to shut the gym down. And then when I moved online completely in November of 2020, the goal of having this successful business that provides for my family, the goal's still there, right? But I'm doing it in a totally different way than I thought, okay? Now, I'm not saying that I made the right decision and anyone who still has a gym made the wrong decision. I just made a different decision. I took a different path, okay? And it's okay for people to lose weight with keto and to lose weight with however you do it, but also just make sure that you're doing it in a way that actually helps you create a lifestyle and not just a quick fix diet, okay? But what I'm saying is, like, there's lots of different paths to get to the specific goal, right? It's just making sure, but you have to be willing and able to switch the paths when you need to, okay? Or to be okay if the path is not perfect. Because when it comes to healthy habits, especially when it comes to healthy habits, consistency is the absolute key. And perfection should never be expected, okay? Consistency, meaning that if your kids are sick and you can't make it to the gym for 3 days, the only way you fail at achieving that goal or fail at that specific plan is if you don't show up on day 4, right? Consistency, meaning that if life happens and you have to grab a pizza on the way home for dinner one night or even one night a week, okay? You only fail if you eat pizza for the next 3 days too, for no reason other than, you're not feeling it, okay? But you see what I'm saying? Neither of those situations, the missing workouts and eating pizza one night a week, neither of those hinder you from achieving your goal ultimately, as long as you just keep going. And that's where the expectations on the timeline thing needs to be addressed, which I've talked about multiple times, right? You need to set, yes, realistic expectations, but you also need to give yourself some grace and recognize that forward is forward no matter how fast you're going. And as long as you're moving towards the goal, it really doesn't matter how fast you get there, because the goal is not to lose 50 pounds. The goal is to become the person who has lost the 50 pounds and then is able to maintain that loss. Because you are no longer Susie who's 50 pounds overweight. You are the healthy, fit Susie who you're becoming through the weight loss journey. Does that make sense? So plans and path, they're going to change, but the goal never does, okay? Goals in stone, plans in sand. You got this. Just keep going. And if you need help, let us know. We'd love to help you. In fact, if you want a free metabolic assessment, go to lifeunlimitedpro.com, click the link. There's a big button that says free metabolic assessment. It's just a few questions, just kind of overviewing your current health habits. And me or a member of the team will reach out to you and we'll go over it with you and actually give you 1 to 2 actionable steps that you can take for free to actually get your health moving in the right direction. So if that interests you, go to, once again, lifeunlimitedpro.com, click the link, and let's get you started.